know what's weird? So, okay, so even like Grand Theft Auto, like sometimes I just get bored and I just drive around and just murder people. You know what I mean? But it's not like I would never do that in real life.
No,
obviously.
no.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, they always bring up that video games are. I guess for like weak-minded people, I can see how it could influence you.
That'd be ridiculous, though. It's not like I'm gonna go through city streets with a tank and start blowing people up.
Hey, some people do. Some people do, Chris.
I haven't seen it. Not in a civilized.
I don't
setting.
think anybody in a civilized setting is driving a tank down the road. But it happens. It's happened before. It's happened. We've seen it. I think when we were in like high school, someone did that. They hijacked a tank from a military base and were driving it around like California, weren't they? Yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
There was a story of Mad Lads by this guy Count Dankula. He's the guy with the Nazi pug, but he does a Mad Lads segment where he takes a person who is good or bad, but he just takes a person who's done something that was completely outrageous and crazy. Yeah, he basically so. There was this guy who lived on a farm,
right?
And there was this corporation that moved in next door to his land, and they started to build around his land, and they started to disrupt his. He had a small mechanic shop where he would fix people's cars.
Right.
Eventually, this big company moved in next to him, cut off the road, basically destroyed his mechanical business. So, like, as retribution, he, being the mechanic guy he was, he built this giant tractor and reinforced it with armor. He turned it into a giant armored vehicle.
Right.
And the guy who owned this big company that cut off his business and stuff he tried to negotiate with him like, hey, let me at least build a road or do something that goes around your business or, and the city council wouldn't approve it because of people building that business were putting a lot of money back in a.
Right. They're greasing hands.
Greasing politicians' pockets in the town.
Greasing palms. Greasing palms is a term, I think.
So this company owned like a couple other stores in town. So basically, he rampaged. He built this giant tank of a tractor. And he ran through this company's building, like literally
Do
went
we have footage of this?
Yes.
Where?
There's footage of it.
Find this.
Okay, this is the guy speaking.
How intent I was on teaching you people that what you're doing is wrong. And maybe that's all that needs to be done to stop you from the greed you have, the hate you have, the anger, malice to outsiders. I think God will bless me to get the machine done, to drive it,
to make the machine,
to do the stuff that I have to do.
I am the machine.
I am the co-captain of my life. God is first, I am second. Okay?
So God told him to drive through
where
these
he's
people.
taken me. You have tried to control my life. You have tried to be the captain of my life. You do not run my life.
Okay, they obviously pushed this dude to the edge.
You do not determine what I desire, what I want, what I deserve. I determine that, and my God determines that.
Nope.
Not you people.
God told him to build this ark.
I'm trying to be as prepared as I can be to do what I believe needs to be done.
This is interesting already. The Killdozer. Oh, shit.
Sorry, the headphones. Okay, skip to 8 minutes in the video.
8 minutes?
Yeah. It's a great story. Go watch this video if you got time, but it's a fucking great story. And you actually don't feel bad for this.
He hopped in his bulldozer,
Wait, go back
lowered
to
the
8.
sarcophagus, disengaged the crane away. Andy broke off his engagement because he caught his woman banging another man. Marvin had quite simply had enough. And so, on the 4th of June, 2004, Marvin wrote down a list of names of all of the people in the town who had wronged him. He hopped in his bulldozer, lowered the sarcophagus, disengaged the crane, and fired up the engine.
Jesus.
Showtime.
Damn, he went through the whole town?
Look at the bulldozer, dude. He built this armored fucking thing around the bulldozer.
Crazy. Holy shit.
And so began the Killdozer rampage. Marvin just smashed through the wall of his own shop to get outside, and then started driving around Granby, destroying the businesses and properties
welded the door
of
shut.
everyone who had ever wronged him. The main places he destroyed were the concrete plant, obviously,
the concrete
town
plant that
hall,
was across.
a
That was the one I was
utility
talking about.
centre, the offices of a newspaper that had lied about him. I can relate. The home of a former mayor's widow, and a hardware store, as well as several other properties that belonged to people that had been against him. To cause further damage, Marvin also used the guns that he had installed in the Killdozer to shoot at propane tanks and electrical transformers.
Holy
During
shit.
the rampage, Cody Dochev of the Dochev family that owned the concrete plant tried to face Marvin head on in a tractor scraper, but Marvin and his Killdozer just simply pushed him out the way. Naturally, the cops turned up and they were completely armed to the teeth and they were just opening fire on the Killdozer. But the Killdozer was completely impervious to small arms fire, so the cops' guns did absolutely nothing. A SWAT team followed
Holy
closely
shit.
behind the Killdozer, firing at anything that they thought could possibly be an opening to the inside. At one point, they even managed to throw a flashbang grenade down the exhaust port of the Killdozer, but this had absolutely no effect. Undersheriff Glenn Traynor even managed to climb on top of the Killdozer while it was moving to try and find an opening so that he could fire a bullet inside, but he ended up having to jump off for his own safety because he was at risk of being hit with rubble and debris. The situation was looking pretty bleak. Nothing the cops did could slow this thing down. So Governor Bill Owens actually considered contacting the National Guard to get them to fly in with an Apache helicopter
what's up,
to
Maury?
take
Holy
out the
shit.
Killdozer with Hellfire missiles, or
Holy
at the very least, take it out with a Javelin anti-tank missile. These plans were abandoned because it was decided that using military-grade heavy weaponry in a small Colorado town was probably
This
bad
was in
optics.
Colorado?
However, it all came to an end. When Marvin was destroying a hardware store, the tracks on one side of the Killdozer actually broke through the floor into the basement, and the Killdozer got stuck. The radiator was also heavily damaged and leaking fluid, and the whole machine was starting to break down. So Marvin was stuck, and the SWAT team surrounded the Killdozer. The SWAT team then said that they heard a single gunshot coming from inside the Killdozer, because Marvin, realising that he was stuck and that there was no way out, reached for a handgun that he had with him inside the Killdozer and took the easy way out. So it finally came to an end.
Crazy.
After Marvin and his Killdozer caused $7 million worth of damage. The cops tried to get inside the Killdozer.
He's like,
using
"Fuck everybody,
explosives,
I'm
but
out."
After the third failed attempt, they decided to finally cut through using an oxyacetylene torch.
Holy
and
shit.
eventually, after many, many hours, they managed to get inside the Killdozer and retrieve Marvin's body. In 2005, the town council announced that it was going to scrap the Killdozer, but all of the parts were going to be sent to various scrapyards all the way around the US to prevent people from stealing
Putting
them
it back
as
together?
souvenirs. After the rampage, a lot of people vilified Marvin and branded him as a lunatic, but other people ended up revering him, saying that he was a man that fought back against the state who had completely screwed him over, because despite the extent of the Killdozer rampage, no one died. Now, whether it's a case of Marvin was going out of his way to make sure he didn't kill anyone, or if it was just blind luck that no one get killed, who knows? But this just goes to show that anyone, even someone like Marvin, has a breaking point. And it seemed that the government found out the hard way what happens when you mess with
Fucking
someone
crazy.
too much.
All right, I guess that's it. That's fucking crazy, dude. Like, I never heard about that, dude. I've never heard about that.
Yeah. So
That's
this guy
fucking
was
pretty nuts.
so screwed over by like so many people.
Yeah, he had enough. He was like,
Then
"Fuck
he
you
was just
guys!
like, I'm done."
I'm taking everybody out, and then when I'm stuck,
Yeah.
I'm going out."
He was
He
a
was-
mechanic. He had a giant warehouse, and he built this giant metal sarcophagus. And he knew that like once it was put over the top of this tractor, that he could not pull it off or get out.
Yeah, there was no
So it
stop.
was-
He was gonna go till he ran out of gas,
Yeah.
and he knew Either I'm running out of gas or I'm gonna get stuck somewhere.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just end it.
But
crazy. Just to have that mindset though, that's fucking crazy. That's a crazy mindset.
Watch the whole video and I kind of sympathize with the guy at the end. I'm not gonna lie. Like I kind of felt bad for him.
I mean, you could have easily shut down your shop and just moved to a new location.
Easily. I mean, this was this guy's livelihood. Wow, perfect timing. But this is the guy's livelihood, man, and his wife cheated on him. Like on top of it.
Yeah.
Like this is a town he grew up in. It's a small town in Colorado.
Chris, we also got.
So.
Damn viewer hype.
Hey.
We're back.
But go watch the whole video and let us know what you think in Discord. Let us know what you think in the Discord about the Killdozer.